What is going on, everybody? DJMINES here. We have been expanding. I have a problem, and you're gonna have to help me a little bit with it. But more importantly, man, crypto is doing very well. We are on the brinks of the bull run. We're not quite there, but 117 days away from the Bitcoin halving. Please don't give up. Keep grinding. It is time to grind. This machine right here, the Clore AI machine. Oh baby, I think we're up like $6,000 or $7,000 still on it, even with Clore AI going down. Haven't stopped mining it at all. There's some other really good coins that I'm interested in. DYNEX, which this 3060 rig is on, killing the game. Actually, the DYNEX hash rate is way down, so you're gonna accumulate a lot of coins. Speaking of DYNEX, check out their newest trailer if you haven't seen it. It is super cool.
You know quantum computers, you know blockchain, but do you know both together? DYNEX was the first platform to create a neuromorphic supercomputing blockchain-based algorithm which solves real-world problems. And the best part? Anyone can post a job, whether a company from the Global 2000, a machine learning job, or fintech and pharmaceutical. And if you don't want to program it yourself, get an expert directly at the marketplace. Run the job and be impressed by the fast result.
For the rest of the farm, I do have them on Lithium at the moment. The reason for Lithium, well, bottom line, a lot of people are talking about it, but that's not really why. For me, I think that they're gonna go ASIC. I know from a very reliable source that they are in talks with Bitmain to get a Lithium ASIC. Now, that doesn't actually mean they will get one, to be clear, but they are in talks of it. And if that does happen, I mean, I have an okay bag of Lithium, but I've interviewed them and they're not even in the top 200 right now. I think there's a lot of potential with Lithium. So yes, the hash rate is up. I can see how people would say that, but I think 6 months from now, a year from now, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have had those numbers. I wish. And I haven't really focused on Lithium as much as I probably should have. There's a couple other coins that I have been mining. This isn't all my rigs, but there are most of the rigs. And I actually added a couple octominers over here. I'll show you. So I think on my most recent video, I only had this octominer out here, but we turned a couple more on. The problem is right now is the ASICs, but I don't want to turn on the ASICs, right? Like, what would you do in my situation, man? This is the KS3. This baby right now, I don't know how much it's making, but it's a lot of money, even with Casper going down. Then I have a KS2 right here, and then I have another KS2 down there. These two are silenced right now. Oh man, you can barely hear these things. Amazing. The thing that you're actually hearing is the octominers, surprisingly. The octominers are louder than ASICs, which I never would have thought was possible, but yeah, these kits are super cool. But that's not what this video is about, man. My problem is, dude, I want to get all these GPUs on, right? But at the same time, like, the price of electricity for me is awful. So like, what do I do? And then I literally couldn't run all this if I wanted to. That's why I'm just kind of getting it already. But then at the same time, I have my mining shed, which if you didn't watch my most recent live stream from Hivemapper, I actually showed you my mining shed. We got power on. I'm so excited about that, bro. We got the lights on. I mean, I got everything. All I need is internet. I could probably do it right now, actually. I could probably turn anything on. The problem is the money, right? Like, I think money's always the problem. At the moment, I'm probably spending close to $2,000 in electricity. Now, that also includes everything here, but also 3 other ASICs that I have getting hosted, which is my D9, my S19 XP, and my K7, all at 3 different mining locations, which is something I just thought of right now. So this is the EVGA for the Win 3, all 3070s, I do believe. Yes, all 3070s. We got 6 of these, and this is the only mining frame that I'm willing to keep, besides the ones that are in my house. I think I have 4 online in my house right now, in addition to like everything out here, but I want to keep this one for videos. Let me know if you think I should keep a couple open air frames for videos. When the bull run comes, there's gonna be a lot of new people, a lot of Timmies, a lot of people who've never built a rig. And I feel like while I love my octominers, you know, new people, they're not gonna be able to relate to those, right? Because they can't afford it or they don't have the infrastructure. Most of the people watching this video, let me know actually, are you new to crypto mining or how long you've been mining, right? But for the most part, I think it's veterans, people who've been around for at least a cycle or 2, or some people 3 cycles, right? So they're not gonna really care too much about the open air frames, but the new people definitely will. And I think with the RGB going and everything, it's pretty cool. If we come over here, I still have 2 octominers that I need to fill up, which I'm really excited about, because in the last video when I talked about everything, we still needed like 5 or 6 filled up with GPUs. I just got these last 2. Now my problem is the GPUs that I haven't put in here are random. So I have like 3 6600 XTs, 2 5700 XTs, 2 1660 Ti's, and then maybe some other random crap. I don't know. It's not much. I don't even think I could fill both of these up right now, actually, unless I took these EVGA for the Win 3 3060s, 3070s out, so it's not like a top priority for me. What is a top priority is getting the rest of this stuff on. So I guess a good question for all of you is like, what would you do in this situation, bro? I mean, I really feel like the ASICs are off the table because these Caspa miners, they're only gonna be good for probably another couple months. After that, ooh, I don't know, man. We're either gonna need some new Caspa miners or something. I mean, they're still gonna work. They're rather low watts, except for the KS3. Even with the overclocked KS2, I mean, they're at about 1600 watts maybe, and without overclock, it's about 1200. So I wouldn't mind running those for quite some time. The KS3 though, oh man, that hurts. So I'm trying to think, you know, what's a creative way that I could come up with so we could fund the shed, like fund the mining shed. I don't know. Should I do a Patreon for that? Is that too cheesy? Is that asking too much? I don't know, right? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being greedy. You let me know in the comment section below how I could do that. But I really want to get as much coin as I can, right? Like, who doesn't want to get as much coin as they possibly can? So one thing I get asked a lot is, DJ, isn't it hot in here? Honestly, it's not. This is from the exhaust side, which is 84, and the outside temperature right now is about 12 degrees. Now, earlier it was 7 degrees, so it's warmed up a little bit, but definitely in this garage where I live in upstate New York, problem is never temperature. The problem is never temperature. Cooling is never an issue. Like, I don't even have this window all the way open. Honestly, if I open this window all the way, it's probably gonna be like in the 60s in here. And to be frank, I really like it being a little bit warm in here because it's nice, you know, when you're working outside or something, you can just jump in here and get warm. But if we really needed to, it's always a question I get asked. You know, I could just literally open this up, just like my exhaust side, put a fan in here. This place will be freezing, but I really don't have to do that. I really don't want to do that. But man, shout out to all of you living down south. I bet that sucks, man. It's probably like 70 or 80 degrees right now outside. So these Caspa forks, let's talk about these Caspa forks, man. These are amazing for everybody. Why do I say for everybody? Well, if you're mining them and, you know, maybe using NiceHash, or you're just swapping into a coin that you actually like, you're making probably a lot more money than most people. But the other people like me that aren't really too worried about these Caspa forks, this is good for you as well. The reason is, since most of the people that are mining are interested in those, now you can focus on things that yield, like Dynex. Like I said, the yield is insane on Dynex, like Flux. And Lithium, you know, it's starting to go down as far as yield because everybody's talking about it. But, you know, even XNA is kind of doing that same thing. But Chlori, right? People aren't talking about Chlori. Maybe you like Ergo. Like, take advantage of some of these other coins that are yielding high and just ask yourself, like, what don't you have? One of the things I really don't have is Conflux. I only have a rig on it because it's a little bit higher wattage, so I might end up buying Conflux. But I'm just trying to think, man, what are some of the coins that I think will do well or have the potential to do well that people just aren't talking about and people aren't mining? Bottom line, guys, I am very bullish. Been bullish this entire time. We've had to do month on, month off, but now, I mean, we just got to ramp it up. We got to ramp it up, but I got to figure out ways to ramp it up that, you know, I can still pay my house off every month. So I don't know. Let me know what the best solution you would do in this situation. Make money. Yeah, I know. I say that all the time, but like, how? I don't know. Maybe I got to turn certain things off. Maybe I have to sell the 5700 XTs, because honestly, if I sold the 5700 XTs, I have like 30 of them. Like, I really don't need those cars. I don't like those cars. Those are probably better for somebody that has a better kilowatt rate, maybe like in the 6 cents, 7 cents range. But somebody like me, 20 cents, man, the 5700 XTs are not very good. They're using way too much wattage for the performance that they get. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video, please do like it and consider subscribing, man. It really helps out. We're trying to get to 20K one of these days, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep mining, keep buying the coin. The bull run's right around the corner. Peace.